we are going to be making pasta. I like angel hair because it cooks quicker than spaghetti. The smaller diameter that you have, the more quickly it will cook. And I am hungry. So, just to show you, I am boiling this water over high heat, and it will be ready soon. You gotta put the salt in. Silly Mitt. Putting salt in does nothing. It makes it boil faster. Well, yes, but that's just because of sea level. You're confusing me. It doesn't make the water hotter faster, okay? Whatever. Alright, while this water is boiling, I'll show you how to measure out a serving of pasta for one. Let's see here. So here we have the pasta, and here is a pasta spoon. The center of it has a hole that, maybe you know this trick, maybe you don't, is that is used to measure 1 serving's worth of pasta. So, if it fits through the hole, we are good. And I'm going to go ahead and, you know what, I'm just going to finish off the box because I like a lot of pasta. And there's no point in keeping like half a dozen strands of pasta in the box. So, I just like to stick the pasta right there in the water and then slowly push it in as the hot water makes them soft. So that's what we'll be doing. And in the meantime, we'll make a really simple, really easy, I'm going to switch to this stirrer because it looks better even though it doesn't have the hole. If you're wondering, it's about like the size of a nickel. A nickel is supposed to be like the size of 1 pasta serving, I guess. Whatever. So, can't really see very well what I'm doing here. So let me try to adjust. My system is a little wonky, but forgive me. I'm going to move this to a different burner. So the heat is going to be at medium high. Not all the way high, but not just medium. And on this burner, we are going to make some garlic butter shrimp. That's a really disgusting pan. This is the pan I have, okay? Yeah, it's a little scratched up. Get a new one. You get a new one. I gotta shelter at home. It's not like I go to Goodwill. As you may have noticed, I like to use butter. So, we will be buttering the pan for this. Making some, you know what? Let's just use up, this is whipped butter, so it looks like more than it actually is. Oh boy. There we go. That's beautiful. Now, butter reacts to heat by burning if you have it on too high. If I were to leave this on high, the butter would brown and then become black and start to smoke. So I can see that it's sizzling. I'm going to turn that down to like a 3. Alright there, so Our butter is really good. Checking in with the pasta. You want to always give this a little check. Pasta that is overcooked is very unpleasant to eat. So, check it every now and then. Some people like to check it by taking one strand and throwing it against the wall, seeing if it sticks. I have had poor success with that. I mean, it works, but yeah, I don't do that. This pasta is cooked because the water was pretty much ready and hot by the time that I started this. So it's time to go with our garlic butter sauce. And if you will excuse me, I will be getting out the garlic. Okay, instead of garlic powder, I am using garlic paste because it is real garlic. And instead of having to stir in a powder, all you have to do is stir in some paste. It's really yummy. This is the point at which I would add a little salt. You can use your Himalayan sea salt if you want to be fancy, but whatever. Actually, I think this might need a little more butter. So I'm going to see if there's some in the butter dish. Oh, yeah, I forgot the butter dish. The butter dish is empty. That's why I was using the whipped butter. One moment. Butter! And this is sizzling very nicely. I would say the garlic and the butter have started to combine. Now, what am I going to put in the garlic butter? Well, I don't know if you have this sitting around in your fridge, but I do. Frozen shrimp. So they are raw, so I'm definitely going to wash my hands after handling them. I washed my hands before handling them. And these are basically shrimp ice cubes. You judge how many you want to eat. I want to eat this many. So we will let those cook. Remember, it's not high heat, it's not low heat, it's baby bear just right heat. And we'll come back to this in a moment. Alright, you can see I added about another ½ tablespoon of butter to this. But in order for the shrimp to, they're blocks of ice, so they have a little bit of water in them. But I'm going to put a little bit of water here, just about a shot glass worth, just to make sure that they don't stick to the bottom. And really, that's what the butter is all about. You do not want these sticking to the bottom. We will let this simmer until the edges of them turn slightly pink. Alright, this pasta is ready. How do I know? Well, angel hair pasta takes very little time to cook, so it's ready in barely a few minutes. But if you can see, as I'm lifting up just a single few strands, they are very limp. And because angel hair is such a thin pasta, you don't have to really cook it very long. All the outside of angel hair is what there is. Instead of draining the pasta, instead of draining the entire pan, I'm going to retain the pasta water. I'm going to put the pasta on a plate carefully because Silly Mitt has been complaining that I am not eating my required serving of vegetables. You're really not. Well, you know, I try. You eat SpaghettiOs and bananas, and that's about it. Could you just... Alright, I'm going to use this water. One single little pasta strand. It wants to stay in there, it can stay. Here we go, silly mid. Does this make you happy? I'm going to cook some broccoli florets. I just take them out of the package. How delicious looking is that? And stick them in the water there. I'm going to go ahead and do the whole bag, because if the broccoli is cooked, I'll be more likely to eat it later. So, see you on the other side.